Plus Multimedia. My name is Naman Patel and I'm going to be teaching you a lesson today. Today's lesson is going to be about problem solving, draw a picture, and write an equation. Today's objective is to learn how to solve an addition and subtraction problem by drawing a picture and writing an equation. Writing an equation. So, the keywords here are addition, subtraction, drawing a picture, and writing an equation. Writing. I like that. Okay. So writing an equation. Writing an equation, or like just an equation. This is an equation. So like, say for example, 2 plus 1 equals 3, right? So that's an equation. Addition is adding, right? And subtraction is subtracting, right? And drawing a picture is drawing a picture. I'll draw me. That looks wonderful. But no, we're not going to be drawing stick figures. We're going to be drawing models to help us solve the equations. Right? So, let's get started. First off, I have two word problems here that I'm going to read out, and we're going to solve using drawings. Only drawings, okay? So, it says Casey had 5 apples. Then Nirvi gave her 8 more. How many apples does she have now? Fairly simple, right? Just simple addition. But that's what we're doing, addition and subtraction. So, it says Casey had 5 apples. So, we're not going to write an equation. So, we're not going to have any numbers here. We're just going to have, say, dots. 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then I'll draw a little line to divide, and then draw 8 because Nirvi gave her 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we got the 5 apples from here and the 8 apples from here. So now we know that we have to add, because it says how many apples does she have now. So that means that we need to know the total amount of apples Casey has and all after Nirvi gives her 8 more. So all we have to do for that using our drawing is start counting all of these dots without stopping at this line. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't restart. I just continue. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there we have our answer. 13 apples. Just a second. Yeah. So 13 apples is our final answer. So let me just box that as our final answer. There we go. Next we have Jeff had 7 books. Naman had 13. How many more books did Naman have than Jeff? So here we know that Jeff has 7 books and I have 13. We know that 13 is greater than 7. So that means that I have more than Jeff. And then they're asking how many more books I have than Jeff. So that means we have to do some subtraction. So what we're going to do here is write down the amount of the bigger number's amount. So I'm going to draw down 13 dots here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Right? So now we can start crossing off 7 because Jeff has 7 books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, not 8. So let me just fix this. I took out 2, so let me bring back 2. So 1, 2, right? Okay, so let's just make sure that's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So now we have crossed out 7. So now we can count the remaining dots to get our final answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have a final answer of 6 books. Okay, so let's box this answer because it is our final answer. And let's move on to the next page, where we're going to be doing some, you guessed it, equations. So I have the same problems here again, but this time we're not going to draw pictures or models. We're going to draw or write equations. Okay, so again, Casey has 5 apples. Then Nirvi gave her 8 more. How many apples does she have now? So it's an addition problem, and we have to add 8 and 5. So let's just write down the equation here. So 8 plus 5. We're not going to draw a picture to help us out here. So I know 18 plus 5 is, let's count, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got an answer of 13. So let's write that down here, 13 apples. Remember to always put your label down. It's a very important part. Okay, so let's just box this, and let's actually go back to the last page to see the same problem. So here also we got 13 apples. So that means we have enough evidence to show that this is a pretty reasonable answer. Another thing that you guys should know is that you can use equations to make sure that your drawings are right, and you can use drawings to make sure that your equations are right. So that's what I did here. I used the drawing to make sure the equation is right. Okay? So now we have Mr. Jeff, or just Jeff. Jeff had 7 books. Naman had 13. How many more books did Naman have than Jeff? We know that we have a subtraction problem here. So we have to write the bigger number on top, and then 7, the smaller number, right? And now let's subtract. Borrow, so this becomes 13. It's the same thing. So I know that 13 minus 7 is 6. So let's write down 6 books. And let's box this because this is our final answer. What will that box want? Wait, past whatever it is supposed to stop at. And let's make sure our answer is correct too. Let's go back to the last page and let's look at our answer. Yep, 6 books. So we have enough evidence to prove that we have a pretty reasonable answer here. Okay, so now that you guys have seen these word problems and have learned how to use equations and drawings, you guys can try one out yourself. So now's the time to pause the video, but first wait. I'll read this problem out and then you guys can pause the video and work this problem out. And I'll tell you what you guys need to solve this problem. Okay, so Naman had 4 pets, so I can straight away underline that. Or use a different color. I already used white and I don't want to use it again. So let's use this color, yellow. So Naman had 4 pets. Nirvi had 13 pets. How many pets do Naman and Nirvi have in all? And wait, there's another question here. How many more pets does Nirvi have than Naman? So there are 2 questions here. So we can use both a drawing and an equation. So for the first question, I want you guys to write an equation. Okay? For the second question, I want you guys to draw a picture. Okay, so here, let me write that down here. Okay? I'll see you guys when I write it down. Okay, so I've written it down, or at least typed it down, so you guys can know what the first and second questions need. So now you guys can pause the video and start working. Okay, so assuming you guys have paused the video, worked the problems out, and are back with your answers, ready to be checked, then I'll just get started, or I'll get started with this problem. Okay, so I know I have 4 pets, and I know that Nirvi has 13, and our first question is addition, and it's an equation. So let's write down the addition. So 13 plus 4. This equals 3 plus 7, 3 plus 4 equals 7, and then 1 plus 0 equals 1. So, our first equation is equal to 17 pets. Okay? So, you can make sure that your answer is right using the opposite way that we learned. So, like if you drew an equation or wrote an equation which you were supposed to, you can use a picture to make sure that you're right, or at least your answer is reasonable, right? So, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move on to the next question. So, the next question is a picture. We have to draw a picture, and it's a subtraction question. So, I have to draw down the more amount or the greater amount of dots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So now we can take out 4 because I had 4 pets and we're trying to figure out how many more pets Nirvi has than I do. So let me start taking out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was cool. The way he ate all of those pets. Must have had a great lunch, or dinner, or breakfast, or snack. Doesn't matter. Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, the second question's answer is 9 pets. And just looking at this problem, 13 minus 4, you guys should know that 13 minus 4 is 9, or 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay? Or 13 minus 9 is 4. Yeah, they all just prove your answer. Yeah. So, I said yeah like 3 times, 4 times. But that doesn't matter. We have our answers. So now you guys can comment down below if you got both the questions right, if you got one of the questions right, if you got none of the questions right. If you got none of them right, no problem. Remember to keep working. If you got one of the questions right, good job. Let's keep working. And if you got both of the questions right, well done. I clap it up for you. Okay? But remember to keep working. Well, so now that I've concluded this video, I think you guys can complete the next 3 steps. You guys have been trained enough. Pretty sure. Yeah. Should be trained enough. It's a very dangerous quest that I'm sending you guys on. The first challenge in the quest is just remember to like this video. Second challenge, is that what it's called? Yeah, challenge is to share this video to everyone you know. And the third and hardest challenge is to smash that subscribe button. And your prize is a golden bell. Remember to ring it too. It's the notification bell. Yeah. So, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.